Hello everyone, it's Tracy from Becoming Temperance, and I have another first impressions video. Today we have the Encore Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. This is one of his independently published decks, so you would get it directly from him on his website. It is a selection of images from various decks produced over the last 15 years, reworked in a linear illustration style. And that's what intrigued me. I have tried a number of Ciro's decks before and found them a little too distant and cold because of the style of artwork. And this one, he's still using digital artwork, but he's reimagined it in some of those programs that are so sophisticated and I don't understand, to make it look more like it's hand-drawn. And it uses different images from many different decks that he has created over the last 15 years. And I saw it on Benabelle Wynn's blog. She put it up on her blog and I didn't even think about it. I just went straight out and bought it. I thought it was so gorgeous. So let's have a quick flip through of the Encore Tarot. It comes in this lovely clamshell with a little magnetic closure. So a nice box with a little ribbon. There is no guidebook. I believe I did in my email get a link to a PDF guidebook that I could use, but this is, this is Ciro, this is Rider-Waite-Smith. I don't know that I need a guidebook. This is edged in the most magnificent red, shiny edging that is so gorgeous. Here are the backs. It is not matte. It is not that shiffer shiny sticky. It is fairly shiny. And what's really interesting is the texture of the front is very smooth and shiny, but the texture of the back has just a little more texture to it, which makes it a little bit easier to grab hold of. But we'll have it, I haven't shuffled it yet, so we'll give it a shuffle at the end. So we start here with the Fool, the Magician, High Priestess, the Empress, Emperor, the Hierophant, the Lovers, Chariot, Strength. It's a fabulous Strength card. I love how, she's riding the lion, but the lion is looking off into the distance, and he just looks so noble, and it's like she's not even there, She's just part of what is part of his world. The Hermit. The Wheel. Justice. Hanging Man. Death. Beautiful Death card. Temperance. The Devil. Tower. Star. Moon. Sun. Judgment. The World. I love that the borders are different colors for each of the suits and for the majors. The majors are this kind of gray color. The pentacles are green. The cups are gold, which is a little unusual because the swords are blue and then the wands are red. So Ace of Coins. Isn't that just beautiful with that big coin and the lovely animals It's just gorgeous. 2 of coins. 3 of coins. 4 of coins. And I can tell that this one must be from the Gilded Tarot because I've had that one for years and I remember that the coins were pentagrams. 5 of coins. 6 of coins. 7 of coins. 8 of coins. The 9 of coins. And the 10 of coins. And we have the Page of Coins. Now the pages, all of the court cards, I'm assuming that like all the pages came from the same deck, all the knights came from the same deck, because the knights I do recognize from one of the decks. The pages are the only place where I have a little bit of trouble with the art because the faces didn't get rendered as to look as much like a drawing as in some of the other cards, but it's definitely something that is just me being nitpicky. The Knight of Coins. The Queen of Coins. The queens are all gorgeous. Love the queens in this deck. The King of Coins. And he did include the Palace cards from, I think it's from the same deck that the Knights are from, and I can't remember the name of the deck. I'm sorry, you're probably telling me what it is right now. But the Palace, or I call them home cards, because it's like the home where all the courts live for that suit. He included that card for each of the suits. The Ace of Cups, which is what made me get this deck, because I just saw that one and I fell in love with how that was rendered and how beautiful that one looked. 2 of Cups. 3. 4. I think this is a really interesting 4. This is very much an air of contemplation rather than ennui or, you know, just not paying attention. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. And the 10. The Page. The Knight. Queen. The King. And the Palace of Cups. The Ace of Swords. The 2. The 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. And the 10 of Swords. Page. The Knight. Queen. And the King. And the Palace of Swords. And now to the Wands. The Ace of Wands. 2. 3. Really, really interesting. You know, he sent his ships off and they're on his mind. His ships are literally on his mind. 4. 5. 7, the 8, the 9, the 10, the page, the knight, the queen, who looks to me a little bit like Kaylee from Firefly. Just saying. The king and the Palace of Wands. Okay. This is, let's see, it's a little bit larger than standard tarot card size. It's probably about 1/4 of an inch wider and 1/4 of an inch taller. So it's a little bit bigger. And it is quality cardstock. It's good and sturdy. Let's see if I'm going to be able to shuffle it. Yeah, that's a good thick cardstock. It I don't know, maybe $3.50 at least, maybe $400. I'm not sure, but it's a good thick cardstock. It'll be hard to riffle shuffle. I'll probably mostly overhand shuffle this one because of the size and because of the thickness. Let's give it one more shot. Okay. How am I pulling all wands? I went and downloaded the guidebook from the website, and here is a little brief information about the PDF guidebook that I have on my iPad now. So it says, the Encore Tarot was initially started back in 2012, a collection of my favorite cards from the various decks I had produced up to that point, all reworked in this sketch-like pen and ink illustrative style, which was quite distinct from the richer colored style of the decks from which they were chosen. The project was originally intended as a personal exercise and remained unfinished and unpublished for many years. And he goes on to talk about a little bit more about his process. I'm not going to go into that too much. Okay, he does include card meanings in the book, but he does not tell us which deck the images come from, which would have been nice, but it's definitely not a deal breaker. So there you go. Just a quick look at the Encore Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. I love it. I think it's going to work very well for me. I have a feeling it's going to read really beautifully. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a fabulous day.